Hello, my name is Gina Jean, and today I'm going to take you on a journey through a few of my favorite Web 2.0 tools. The first one we're going to look at is Pinterest. Most of you are probably familiar with Pinterest and what you can do for your home as far as decorating or recipes, etc. But a lot of times people don't realize the power of Pinterest as an educational tool. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to log in. Once I've logged into Pinterest, you'll see that all of these pins pop up, and these are my most recent. So people that I'm following or something will pop up. I'm going to click on my name, and that's going to bring up my boards. Now, Pinterest is a web and mobile application company that offers a visual discovery, collection, sharing, and storage tool. Users create and share the collections of visual bookmarks, which are these boards that you see in front of you now, and they are created through a user selecting an item, page, website, whatever online and pinning it into either a new board or an existing board. You can also follow other people's boards, and those pins are then shown to you at login. Pinterest is a place to discover ideas for all of your projects and interests, handpicked by people like you. So you can see here that I have a wide variety of boards. The boards you see in front of me are my personal boards, and then as we scroll down you can see the boards that I've created for my classes. I teach a lot of photography and graphic design classes, and so as I give assignments, if I have a project, say in my portraiture class, they have to do senior pictures. When I assign that senior portrait project, I create a Pinterest board of examples and provide that link to the board for the student. So if I click on my senior girl, then what I do is I go up here and I copy that link and I will post it on my LMS for the students to refer back to. This works well, especially for my students, which are creatives. They're very visual. They want to see examples. If I tell them that I want a 3/4 shot, they need me to show them what a 3/4 shot is of a person. You'll see that I have several different boards here for my expressive photography class as well, which includes architectural photography, panoramics, food, etc. But for K through 12, this could be very beneficial for you as well. As an instructor, what you could do is, in the search up here, let's say you're teaching science lessons on gravity this week. I'm going to type in gravity lesson. What you'll see is each word is separated up here at the top, and it starts giving you further suggestions as far as how you can categorize this. So if I wanted to break it down, I could say, okay, I want 3rd grade gravity lessons, and it will come up with different ideas that are age appropriate for 3rd graders. Another great way that K through 12 instructors use Pinterest is in setting up their classrooms. So I'm going to type up classroom layouts, and we'll see all sorts of ideas on creating bulletin boards, on laying out the classroom as far as desks go, on craft ideas, decorating ideas, etc. Let's say I want to do a search just on lesson plans in general. Type in lesson plans, it'll bring it up, and then here's all the different categories that are pre-existing, and I can scroll through those to get additional ones. So let's say I want to do a Spanish lesson plan. It will come up with several different ideas, from bulletin boards and posters, games, activities, videos, content. There's a wide variety. Now if I click on one of these lesson plans, so how to create fun Spanish lesson plans, you'll see you get a description down here of this pin, and then this is a link. So I can click on this link and it will take me to the website where this resides, or I can also see the board, the Pinterest board where this pin has been posted to. So I can go and I can look at the Spanish lesson plans board that was created by this pinner, and I can see what else they pinned on that same subject. Now I'm going to go back. If I were to click on that, it would bring me to the Spanish lesson plan site where I would have access to the information from that pin. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Pinterest board. And let's say that I'm going to teach my students a lesson on macro photography. So I would come up here, highlight in the search bar, type in macro photography. Here are a lot of really interesting pins. Look at this interesting little guy here. Not often would I say a jumping spider is cute, but this is a beautiful photograph. So what I would do if I wanted to save this one for my students, I would select pin it. I would go in and I would select the board that I want to pin it to. So I'm going to select macro photography. It's always a good idea to include copyright information when using photography, design, anything that someone's created, just to give the correct owner their due. And then make sure I click pin it. It's going to bring this up, and this window just says that someone else has pinned this image and this is their board. So I can go to that board and view it. Here it is. It goes back to where we were, and I can then scroll down and view other macro images. So Pinterest is free. You can have boards that are public or private, so you can hide your boards and restrict access. And one of the major pitfalls that I would say Pinterest has for it is that it is not secure for underage users. And then also it's very easy to get sidetracked. If I'm looking for something in particular and my pins pop up and I see this wonderful shot, and then I go down these rabbit holes. And it's very easy to lose time when you're on Pinterest. Some of the interesting things about Pinterest are there are apps that you can use for Android or iOS devices. You can install a pin it button. You can see it up here on the right hand side of my toolbar, where you can pin things from the web as you're online surfing. If you create a website, you can install a Pinterest widget, which makes it easy for pins to be done from the website. And it's very easy to invite people to follow your Pinterest boards. You can also create business accounts for Pinterest, and this is a great marketing tool. A lot of times people will be discovered on Pinterest, and pins can go viral very quickly. And if you have a business account, you can view your analytics. You can see what people are looking at and what's drawing the most views, etc., and expand on them based on that knowledge. Well, that concludes Pinterest. Next, we're going to take a look at eMaze. eMaze is a free online presentation platform that is built on HTML5 technology. You go to emaze.com. It's very similar to Prezi. Personally, I don't think it is as powerful as Prezi. I don't enjoy using it as much, but it does have a lot of really neat templates to use. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. eMaze's templates include formats that utilize both 3D animations as well as video backgrounds. They have a lot of templates available, which is nice. And it's another generation of online presentation software. Essentially, all you have to do is select one of the free presentation templates. So let's say I'm going to create a new eMaze presentation. So I can look at them all, or they are separated by categories. And so if I select a specific category, I can go to those templates. So for education, there's classroom, market analysis, gallery, etc. One of the things that's really nice about Amaze is it's easy to use. It just takes minutes to create one. I'll go and I'll show you this one I created for one of the chapters in one of my other classes. And this Blackboard template already existed. This chapter was on making connections. And so what I did was I utilized the graphics that already existed and inserted my own information into the template. I did do some moving around, added some of my own graphics as well, but this was super simple to do, and the availability of so many great templates helped me to be able to make a dynamic presentation utilizing graphics that appealed to my audience. What's nice about Amaze is that I can select down here, select any one of the tiles from my presentation. I can share my presentation through a variety of social media or online aspects. I can also print it, download it, copy it, set up a password to protect my presentation if I don't want to make it public. And if I want to invite specific people to view the presentation, then I can enter their email here, add it in, and they are invited via email to view the presentation. Now, Amaze is free, but you can upgrade to enable further options. Close that out, and that's Amaze. Give it a try. Check out some of the different examples that people have created. You can go through Explore, and there's a lot of previously created amazing presentations that you can view. And you can just click New and get started on creating your own. And the final one that I'm going to discuss with you is Selly. Now, Selly is more of an app, but they do have an online application, and then for the most part it works really well with bring your own device for schools. So the address is cel.ly/solutions. Selly is essentially a platform for ad hoc social networks that's accessible via iPhones, Android, web, SMS text, which is just regular text messaging, and even email. You can join instantly with one text, create alert systems, send out polls, curate topics, safely exchange group messages, and you can do all this for free for up to 1,000 SMS messages in 10 different cells or groups per month. So on Selly, each of your groups, called cells, everybody can create, join, and discover cells. It is very safe for K through 12 as well as higher ed, and group membership and message content can be moderated for security and relevancy. One thing that's nice about Selly is that whenever you're using it, phone numbers remain private at all times. I know as a higher ed instructor, I don't like to give out my cell phone number to my students, and so this is a way for me to stay in touch with them and for them to stay in touch with me without me having to give them my cell phone number. So they can text 23559 and then whatever my cell group number or name is, and reach me at any time. So this makes Selly a great tool for large groups that need to coordinate but require user privacy. It's excellent for coaches, teachers, anyone that is trying to maintain communication with a large group of people. So you can use Selly for group texting to broadcast alerts, promote events, administer classrooms, enhance mobile learning, gather feedback, or just to keep in contact with students, co-workers, friends, family, whomever. Alright, so let's look at it and see how it works. I have already signed up. let me see here. I'm going to log in. And once I'm logged in, you'll see my username up here, and I was able to set up an avatar. I can schedule messages out. So at the beginning of the week, I can schedule for messages to be sent throughout the week or month or semester. And then my personal notes, I can send myself reminders as well. And then I can choose how I want my messages. If I want to receive them through my app on my phone, through email, however. And then, of course, here I would download my preferred iOS. Over to the left, you can see I've got one cell I've already started that I use with my team in one of my other classes. To start a new cell, all I have to do is click on Start New Cell. I can name it, so I'm going to go ahead and name this EDTC 6340. So if we wanted to start up a cell for our class where we asked each other questions and had access to each other via our cell phones, email, whatever our individual members set up, then we could do so. So EDTC 6340, I can update my cover photo, so I can select pretty much any photo I want. Got that one. Alright, once you have your image selected, you can hit the check mark, and that image is now your image assigned to the cell. So as far as advanced options, I can select who I want to join, if I want to restrict that, if I want members to be hidden once they join, if I want them to choose a username. I like to know who I'm talking to, so I always ask for a username. I would leave that open so anybody can join. Chat mode. Celly has several different chat modes. You select which one you want. So curated chat means that all messages sent to the cell must be approved by the admin before they're sent to the entire group. This way you can make sure to keep the cell conversation on topic and free of inappropriate comments, and control anything potentially overwhelming for your students or members. Open chat mode, everybody can send their messages and they're immediately seen by all cell members. I would recommend open chat mode for higher ed. Curated chat mode would be more for K through 12. And then alert only chat mode would be one-way messages. And this is great for teacher to parent. If you're letting parents know about, schedule changes, or maybe school administration is letting parents know about maybe bad weather days, or coaches are letting people know about practice schedule changes, any type of extracurricular activities. Alright, so we're higher ed, so I'm going to leave that at open chat. Cell details. This is where you can go in and you can describe your cell and what it's for. If I wanted to put a welcome message, I could. If I wanted to add a URL, I could. Do we want to add it to a public directory or keep private? I would just say keep private, because those that are in our class can join by typing in this unique cell name. So to reach us, you would type in @EDTC6340. Okay, once we're all done, I click Start Your Cell, and a cell has been created, and I can go in and I can send invites, so I will. Alright, so I'm going to invite Dr. Chavez. Alright, so once I have a valid email, I click on it, it adds it over here. Okay, so you can type in the email. So now I can type in my message. I could do a link. So what I could do then is I will copy this link and share it with the class via Blackboard. I can send a text to members to join if I want. I can embed a widget on a web page or a learning management system, or I can print a handout. And one thing that's wonderful about Celly is they provide things like permission slips that you can send home to students, and handouts to educate parents on how to use Celly and what it's going to be used for. Again, Celly's free for up to 1,000 SMS messages, which is just regular text messaging, and 10 different cell groups. If you want more than that, if you're going to use more than that, then it is $5 a month for K through 12. And for Selly leaders, it's about $15 a month, and that's more business accounts, etc. And that concludes my Web 2.0 tool of Pinterest, eMaze, and Selly. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a great day.